Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is the first in my travel series. I am on my way to Luton Airport and then flying off to Gibraltar. It's the 17th of May, so it is the first day of the rules changing and Gibraltar being one of the Green List countries. And I'm very excited to be getting on a plane. Not gonna lie, a little bit nervous. I have been to the toilet 3 times this morning. It's all very exciting, but it's been a while since I've been on a plane. And for those of you who haven't seen me before, my name is Kim. I am the travelling surrogate. I carried a baby for 9 months for a lovely couple and the baby has now been born. I am 7 weeks postnatal almost, and I'm now doing the travelling bit. I'm using my maternity leave to travel the world. So here we go. I have just walked up from the mid-stay car park because the buses are not running at the moment. I've got all of these up outside. Say goodbye to your friends and family. Please leave your loved ones here. There's quite a lot more people than I expected. There's loads of people waiting for a bus over there. So I think there's a lot more arrivals into the UK than people leaving. Departures is reasonably quiet. And here we go. 15:45 Gibraltar, go to departures 14 to 26. And also there is this over here. So I'm hoping I won't need to, but we'll see. So I'm hoping I won't need to because I have used the NHS to book my test. So my test that I did 3 days ago, an NHS one, so I don't know if they're going to accept it or not. I have to go to the check-in baggage desk even though I'm not checking luggage because it's coming up saying that that my boarding pass is not valid at the moment. Oh my god, that was so stressful. I forgot to do my passenger locator form, which gives you like a barcode that they scan at the check-in desk. There's a woman crying, she's been refused to travel. There's a man having an argument saying, these have been issued by the Hungarian government, I am permitted to travel, I need to go to Budapest. It's stress. I don't really know if I'm meant to film in here, but it's absolutely dead. So quiet. I don't really know what I was expecting, but it's just so quiet. Everything seems shut as well. I really hope I can get a pint. I had to change my top because I got a bit nervous, sweaty. I was very, very hot and a little bit scared during the check-in bit. But yeah, it went really smoothly for me. She just checked my passenger locator form, which I had forgotten to do, so I had to do it stood there. Only took like 5 minutes. You've just got to put in your details of where you're staying, where you've been for the last 14 days, like what country. Very easy. And then just show them a barcode. I've come through. I'm about an hour and a half early and there's nothing open. Can't even get a good Wetherspoons pint. We are fully boarded. Everyone is on the plane. I'd say we're about half full. I've got a lovely row of 3 to myself. The 2 girls that were sat next to me got up and went and sat on their own rows of 3 so we can all lay down and relax. And here we go, we are leaving wet England for lovely sunny 24-degree Gibraltarian heat. I cannot wait. We have liftoff! I got on the plane without anyone checking my negative COVID test. No one at the gate or at security or on the plane actually looked at my test. I believe the woman at the check-in desk should have. She looked at my passenger locator form and scanned the barcode on that, but she didn't ask to see my negative test. I mean, it's the first day that the rules have changed. None of us really know what we're doing. So I used my negative test from the NHS. I don't know if I was supposed to. A negative test is a negative test, I suppose, and if you have to do an NHS test anyway, then what's the point in getting a private test on top of that? And yeah, so look at this beautiful view. Goodbye, England. The state of these crumbs. Like, not to shit on Wizz Air too much, but if they can't even clear up the crumbs, I very much doubt they've de-coronavirused the plane. Holy cow!
No way. This is just bad. Oh my god.
The runway is literally in the sea. It's slamming the brakes on.
I'd like to welcome you home. Thank you and goodbye.
What an awesome welcome to Gibraltar. Beautiful. And that is the main road that crosses the runway. Okay, so just arrived outside Gibraltar Airport. The sun is shining. And you've just got to fill out a COVID-19 rapid test. Airline passengers arriving within 24 hours, blah blah blah, scan your barcode. You sign up online basically, it gives you a code. And then they test you and it's free. That's it. So everyone is getting very stressed out about all this. It's coming up as 50 quid for some people, 30 quid for others. But yeah, in theory, it should be coming up as free. But we'll see. It was free for me, so less stress.
All right. No? Oh! Okay. Alright. On your... Sorry. Okay. That's all. Sorry. Oh, it tickles! Ah!
There you go, that's it.
So that was my journey to Gibraltar. It wasn't that difficult at all, to be honest. I highly recommend it. The lateral flow test that I just did, the sticky up the nosy one, the results come back within half an hour, you just get an email. You have to do it within 24 hours of landing in Gibraltar. No one looked at my test that I had done in the UK, no one at all. UK side, Gibraltar side, so take that as you will. I was just going to get my lateral flow test done because I'm flying home tomorrow, but there were loads of people in the queue. But yeah, to just be stood here and see a plane take off, that was so cool. As quick as that. The plane has literally just left. That's sanity. And across the road we go. My second time lucky trying to get my COVID test. I arrived yesterday because you can get it done 3 days before your flight, and a BA flight had just come in, so there were like 200 people in the queue and I couldn't be bothered, so I'm flying later this evening, so I'm trying to get my test now so I can just turn up at the airport later. The results can take a couple of hours to come back. It's meant to be quick, within half an hour, but when I arrived it took a little bit longer. Anyway, I just got stuck because the road crosses the runway, so I just had to stand here waiting for 3 private jets to take off. But an EasyJet flight came in, so I'm hoping those people are still waiting for their baggage and stuff, because otherwise there's going to be a really long queue again, and I might have to come back for a 3rd time lucky. Okay, I don't want to speak too soon, but we're looking alright. The queue is less than yesterday. Yesterday it was going all the way up to the arrivals entrance, and today it is just outside the booth, so hopefully I won't have to wait too long, get my test, because it's a 500 quid fine if you land in the UK without having one of these tests, so I just want to make sure I do get the result back in time. Yeah, see how it goes. So this is what it looks like at Gibraltar. You get here, you scan the QR code, then while you're in the queue pretty much you can fill out that form. It takes a few minutes, got to give them all your details and everything, and then give them permission to use your details, and it gives you a barcode which they scan, and then they stick the swab up your nose. Very easy. So the queue is getting longer. I got here just in time for all these lovely EasyJet passengers.
Just one side of your nose will make them burn you, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Oh. I just send you so within half an hour to 1 hour, okay?
Okay, thank you. So this is the state of the queue now. So I really did time it quite well. Top tip, you don't actually have to get your test as soon as you land. You've got 3 days to do it. So if the queue was really bad when you come out of the airport, you could always just go off and start your holiday and come back at some point. Gibraltar's so tiny, the airport's within walking distance of the town. So I think that's what I would do if I was at the back of this queue, because yeah, it's going to take a while. Or you can do what the lady did behind me and just queue jump. She just come up to one of the windows and was like, I'm flying tomorrow, can I get my test done now? So I didn't have the balls to do that because I'm far too British. But yeah, that's the process. It's pretty straightforward, really. To summarise, before you leave the UK, within 3 days you have to get a test. No one looked at my test, but you know, take that for what you will. You should still get a test before you get on a plane, obviously. Then land in Gibraltar, get the test done here. You get it done within 24 hours. You don't have to get it done straight away, but once you're at the airport, I suppose it's easier for most people. And then before you leave, again within 3 days, you have to take another test. And then when you land in the UK, you have to do another 2-day test. On the passenger locator form, I had to put on the booking reference, which was the first 5 letters of the company that I've booked it through, and then a 7-digit number. So that's the unique booking reference that then means the passenger locator form's gone through, and that's it. I'll then be free to go. Green List Travel, don't have to quarantine, don't have to lock down myself for 10 days or anything. No 8-day test, and at the moment the only feasible countries are Gibraltar, Portugal, Iceland, not Israel, maybe, who knows. With the ceasefire, we'll see. But yeah, so that's the process. Very straightforward. Highly recommend. As always, thanks very much for watching. Bye for now.